Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Delfino, and today we are going to be talking about a certain facet of player branding, which is probably the easiest facet in my opinion, which is social media presence. If you don't know, I am very active on social media, what some might call chronically online. I have basically all forms of social media, but in particular in this video, I'm going to be talking about Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, which are the most common social medias for pro players to have. I will explain the ranking when we actually get to it, so with that, let's get started. Alright, let me start by explaining the tiers. The tiers, S, A, B, C, D, they're pretty self-explanatory. S is obviously going to be the most active. D is going to be the least active. I have a tier for one player and one player only. F for FBI, because this man is just not active anywhere. This dude tweets like once a year, maybe. He deserves a tier of his own, you know? And the question mark tier is actually the tier we're going to be doing first, because that's going to be for players I don't really know much about, and as of right now, I don't keep up with. Let's start with the question mark tier. Going through these people, I think I would put Diplex in this question mark tier. Who else? Armut, I don't really know much about him either. Ignar, I don't know much about him. Fleshy, for sure, don't know about that guy. Boogie, I would also put him here. Sigori, I'd put him here too. I think that's really it that I would put in the question mark tier. Okay, now time to just go down the row and assign each player a tier. So for Tenacity, he's really active on Twitter and Instagram, so I'd put him around, but the problem is he doesn't stream at all. Like, he streamed once and then disappeared off the face of the earth. But I would put him around, like, I would say C if he wasn't as active on Instagram as he is. So I'll give him a B for now. This is subject to change. For closer, I would put him at a solid, like, I don't know, he's like really between A and S for me. Like, he might be at like the top of A or the bottom of S, because he's relatively active on Twitter, he's active on Instagram, and he streams relatively often, but I don't think he streams consistently enough for me to put him in S tier yet. Hopefully he streams more. Bjergsen, I will put him above Tenacity in B tier, because he posts a nice picture of his cats on Instagram, and he streams more often than Tenacity does, which is not hard. Doublelift, I'm going to put him in a solid A tier, because he is pretty active on Twitter and also streams like every day. Well, I think like every day minus 2. Busio is going to be my first, possibly only S. I haven't really looked through this list that much, but he is active on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter. Like, nobody's doing it like him. Like, Busio is actually the king of player branding. We love him. So make sure to follow Busio on social media. This is not an ad. I'm not getting paid for this. But he's like, his social medias are really active, and I think he keeps up with them really well. Now, moving along to Team Liquid. Summit, I'm going to give like a solid C. Back when he was in NA in the spring split of 2022, he was quite active on Twitter. Well, not quite active, but decently active. But I know he streamed a little bit, but that was kind of like a solid like 9 months ago, and I don't really know where he's at now, but I hope that he will be more active going forward. So I'll put him in a solid C tier. Not D. He's not doing nothing, you know? Let's see. Pioshik's a nice A. He's pretty active on socials, and I know it's part of his streaming thing with DRX, but he did stream relatively often. Harry, I think he has to go in D. He's not active on anything. He doesn't stream. He doesn't do anything. Yan is going to go in B, because ahead of Tenacity, because Yan streams and he does do some interacting on social media. A little. Not a whole lot, but a little. Core JJ, I would put him A. I don't know. He streams, but I don't think he streams that often, and he is not super active on socials from what I know. Maybe I'll put him like B tier-ish. Moving on to C9, we'll start with Fudge, who is going to be a solid C tier because this man, he's active on Twitter. Actually, maybe I'll give him B because he's active on Twitter and Instagram. He's like similar to Tenacity, active on Twitter and Instagram, but doesn't stream at all. Blabberfish is getting a solid D tier. This man is like MIA, would not know if he's alive unless like somebody mentions him or he like appears in a content video. No streams, no interactions, no nothing. Berserker, he gets a solid C tier because from what I know, he's decently active on Instagram, but not really active on Twitter and doesn't stream often. Sven, I'll give him a solid C tier as well. Doesn't really tweet that much, but I checked his Instagram and he seems like he posts an okay amount. Next up is CLG, where they have 2 S tiers in this team, actually. Like, I didn't even realize, like, they have 2 S tiers. Dokla and Palafox. And while I am very, very biased towards these players because they stream all the time, they're also pretty active on socials. So we love Dokla and Palafox. They've been streaming, I think, every single day in Korea, and they got back to LA recently. But hopefully the regular streams continue. Contracts, he's okay. Like, he's all right. He'll get like a nice C tier. He doesn't really do much. I mean, he streamed once, so I guess he's above, like, Sven and Berserker. He's streamed once in, like, Korea, I think. Luger. He's gonna get a nice B, because while he doesn't stream often, and actually, he's gonna, I don't know, because he's streamed a couple times, right? Which is more than a lot of the people in B tier. But at the same time, Core JJ's in B tier, and Core JJ streamed a decent amount. So I guess I'll put him in B tier. He doesn't stream a lot, and he's not super active on Twitter, but he does stream, which is a plus. And he is active on Instagram, which I would definitely recommend going to follow because his Instagram is very nice. He posts very nice pictures. He posts on his story a lot. That's probably the best place you're going to find anything about this man. Poom, I really don't know much about him. I guess I'll put him in, like, C tier. I don't think he streams. I don't think he... As far as I know, he's not super active on Twitter or Instagram, so I guess I'll give him a C tier. All right, let's move on to Dig. I'm not gonna lie, I was really like stunlocked when it came to this team, trying to figure out who they were, because I said Team Liquid, then Cloud9, and I was like, wait, this is Dig. Santorin, I will give him a solid A. I'll give him a B for regular streams, not super regularly posting on any other socials, but his streams are really nice. I really do like Santorin's streams. Besides his streams, though, I don't think he's very active on any other social media. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. All right, so Jensen, this guy's getting like a D. I don't think this man is active on any socials. He could be active on Instagram. I could be wrong about that, but I swear this guy's like MIA constantly, so I guess I'll put him D tier. Spawn, he's a guy. I think actually I should have put him in the question mark tier, so I'll do that now. Because I don't really know much about him, and I don't really keep up with his socials. I don't think I even follow him on Twitter. Alright, let's talk about Evil Geniuses. So, Someday is gonna get like a solid... I'll give him B tier. Just because he's streamed, I think, once or twice, and he also... he posts on social media. He posts like a little bit on Instagram stories, and he definitely like responds a lot on Twitter. And he also retweets stuff. So, I think I'll give him like a B tier. I'll give him around the same as like Fudge and Tenacity. I think that's fair. Inspired, he gets an A tier, I guess. 'Cause he's been streaming. I know that because I have some inspired loving friends, and they have talked about his stream. So he streams Polish or English, it doesn't matter. Stream is a stream, and from what I know, he's pretty inspired. He's pretty active on Instagram, and I think he has been tweeting a lot about the World Cup. So I'll count that as Twitter. Next is Jojo This dude gets an instant D. Actually, maybe he should join FBI and F tier. Actually thinking about it. First of all, let's put FBI in this tier. He tweets, I think he tweets, wait, no, Jojo tweets more than FBI. Jojo tweets once a month. FBI tweets once every, 5 months. On a good year, you know? So, no, I'm not going to count a sponsored stream as FBI stream. So, even though I got a lot of information from it, shout out to FBI for that stream. So, Vulcan is up next. Vulcan will get B tier. Kind of the same boat as Fudge and Tenacity on this one, where they're active on other socials, but not streaming at all. He streamed once for, the Bud Light sponsored stream, which was nice, and I played with him, which was really cool. But other than that, it's giving nothing stream-wise. We are now over halfway through. Let's start with FlyQuest. So I will put a disclaimer that a lot of the Korean players are kind of hard to judge for social media-wise, because a lot of them didn't have, Twitter or Instagram, or, they made them relatively recently compared to a lot of older older NA players who have had these socials for a while. But Impact, I will give a solid D tier. Dude does nothing. He's giving nothing. He doesn't post. I think I'll put him, up here, because I think he's posted, an Instagram story once in a while. Actually, I'll put him C tier, because I think he's posted Instagram stories of his trip to, Japan, which is more than, Jojo can say. Spica is... actually, Spica might... because Spica doesn't have Instagram, so I can't really judge him based on that. So, Twitter and Twitch-wise, I think he's, very close to S tier. He streams, I think he might be the only player, or one of the very few players that have a regular stream schedule. I'll put him in S tier for that, because stream schedules are a godsend. He streams, at least, 3 or 4 times a week. He's right there with Doublelift, except he's more active on Twitter. So I will put Spica in S tier. S for Spica, you know? So, Vikla. I think I'll just put Vikla in the question mark tier, because I don't know if he has, Twitter or Instagram. I actually did not do that much research on Vikla's socials beforehand, so I'll put him in the question mark tier. I don't want to judge too much, but I do know he streams, so he'll be at the top of the question mark tier, but I don't really know much about any of his other socials. Okay. Prince has Twitter. He made a Twitter, 3 weeks ago, and I know he streams. So, Prince, I'll put him B tier. Streams are good. I like streams. Wait, actually, he's active on Instagram. I'm not going to judge him based on his Twitter that he made, a couple weeks ago. He's active on Instagram. That's where I first discovered, because my friend posted one of his stories on her Instagram story, and that's when I first discovered him, through Instagram, on his Instagram story. So I will put him A tier, because Instagram and Twitch and streams. Ayla, I don't know where he belongs somewhere in B or C tier. He's not active on Instagram. I don't even know if he has an Instagram. He rarely streams, but the fact that he does stream, I think, justifies a nice B tier. He's not super active on Twitter, but I'll put him above these tweets only people, and someday, I guess, someday I'll move you up too. I'll put him above the tweets only people, because he tweets an okay amount and streams. And he also responded to Twitter DMs about the profiles website, so that's a plus in my book, you know? All right, 3 more teams left. Let's start with Golden Guardians. Licorice, he streams, no cam, sometimes with Mike, and he's not very active on socials, so I'll give him B, mid B tier. He streams relatively often, but not active on any other socials. River, I think River streams, and I think that's it. So I'll put him right next to Licorice. Stixay, I don't think he's active on anything. I could be wrong. Maybe he's active on Instagram or something. I should probably check. But I'm gonna assume that he's not really active on Instagram, 90% of pros, and I'll put him in C tier because he doesn't stream. Oh, but something important to mention about Golden Guardians is that they have required streaming hours, so maybe we will get some Licorice River, Stixay, Gory, and Huhi streams. Hopefully. I hope that we get streams. Huhi, I'm gonna put him B tier. He streams. He streams is very generous. He has been streaming a little bit since going to Korea, and he's oh wait, no, he is thinking about it. I think I've seen him be pretty active on social media, or Instagram specifically. So I'll put him mid B tier. I think this is a good spot for him. Maybe I'll move him down. No, but I can't move him down to where Licorice and River are because they're not active on socials at all. But they stream more often. I think he's like on the same tier as them. Actually, I liked where he was. All right, second to last is IMT. Revenge is going to get pretty high. He's active on... I'll put him A tier. He's active on Twitter or Twitch, and I'm pretty sure he's relatively active on Twitter as well. He streams regularly. His streams are pretty cool. Kenvi is going to get D tier. This man doesn't tweet anything. He's gonna be higher than Jojo Pyun, but he doesn't tweet anything. He doesn't, as far as I know, he's not active on social media, like any social media. He doesn't stream. It's so sad. Kenvi, please, man. That's all the people want. A Blaze Olive. He's getting better about streaming, I think. So I'll give him like a nice B tier. He, I think, has streamed a couple times in Korea, or not in Korea, maybe in Korea, but he streamed a couple times. I've seen him go live a couple times, and he is decently active on Twitter, and it's also very nice. His fan interactions are very pleasant. Tactical. Tactical's gonna get A tier, actually. I really like Tactical, and he is very active on socials as far as I know. Like, he has been streaming regularly, and he's pretty active on Twitter. So Tactical will get A tier for this. And last but certainly not least, we have TSM. Solo. I don't know anything about this man. I don't follow him. I'm going to put him in question mark because I don't know anything about this man. Maple streamed regularly during the season. I don't know about any of his socials, so I'll put him like at a solid B tier because right now he's not streaming, but he was streaming before, and I hope that he'll stream again. Neo is going to get high B tier, streams regularly, pretty cool guy. He is not active on socials though. So I'll put him down here. Chime. This guy doesn't tweet that much as far as I know. And I don't think he streams. So he will get a D tier. Alright, so that was my video ranking players based on their social media presence. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you want to make a tier list, any tier list of the LCS 2023 spring players, I actually created this template and I will link it down below. If you make a tier list with my template, please post it and on Twitter, tag me. I'd love to see anything you guys make. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.